Who up slorkin' they jorkin? Who up jorkin' they slorkin? Who up slorkin' they jorkin? Who up slorkin' they jorkin? What's up, guys? How's it cracking? First. Got him. You did, Insomni. First person, not enough line chat to speak. Good work. Good work. That's a loyal soldier right there. Hi, Jovial. Hi, String Bean. How's everyone doing? Hi, 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 hi. How did it take this long? This game is God tier. I remember watching the beginnings of a playthrough when I was like 13, 14. Outside of that, I am so, like, out of the loop on what this is. I know it's meta as shit. I know the narrator's voice is really nice to listen to. You've unlocked an old autism of mine. Many such cases this year. You playing the original or the deluxe? I'm playing the deluxe because Thaf told me that it's basically, like, the first part of the game is just a normal game. And it was like $5 more, so like, I was like, might as well. You know? You love blind playthroughs of this? I will say, it's not entirely blind, but the last time I consumed anything about the actual story of this game, I was like 12, 13. Maybe a little older, I forgot exactly when it came out. Sorry, I was wearing a jacket and now it's getting hot in my room. Thank you for the sub, Anonymous M3. With the Prime, too. Let's go. Just wondering, what are we specifically not gonna talk about, you know? What, the election? I mean, we can talk about it if you want, but, like, I'm sure your fucking whole week has been filled with it. Like, I'm making a video on the election tomorrow, and it's mostly just looking at shitposts, because I think you've been inundated a lot. I was wearing a jacket. No, quite. You are the jacket. Have you never heard of layering? It's a key tenet of dressing nice. I'm too cute for politics. Like, listen, you all got 6 hours of election coverage out of me on the day. How was your day? Honestly, it was pretty productive. Epic rap battles was wrong. Actually, the only thing that is wrong about the ERB is that it proves that the dominant leading trend is that if you are on the right side of an ERB presidential election thumbnail, then you're gonna lose. That is the constant that held true. Please don't talk about it in the stream itself. I'm gonna be honest, like, if the conversation goes there, it's gonna go there. I'm not gonna fire it up intentionally or like on some serious shit, but like, I talk about what I talk about here, alright? If you don't want to expose yourself to that in any way, that's fair. But we're here to play Stanley Parable first and foremost, alright? I've gotten my election fill for now. It happens, I get it, yeah. Stanley Parable. Did you guys see a Schlatt get called a Schlaget on Twitter earlier? By ZZZ, the furry goon artist? A what? Yeah. This is literally a VTuber stream. It doesn't matter who you support. This is not a typical VTuber stream. I'm gonna be real with you. He dropped new music too. I saw, dude. He like, his voice has gotten better. Like, he's like genuinely improving. I mess with it. Guys, we can't just, like, he was called one on live once. I do remember that. I think the guy who did it had to have, like, a gay pride flag in the back just to be safe. Can you please play Superliminal? I've already done a full playthrough of it, like, years ago. There's a video on the main channel, or the second channel if you want to. Kwite. Cock-toi. You look like the kind that would listen to think of it. Huh? Think of it? Oh, thick of it. Dude, I'm sorry, but like the steam, like just the bite, the venom that could ever like come from an insult of my music taste from my chat is just completely gone. I've already played mouthwashing. What happened to the Detroit Become Human playthrough? I finished it all on stream, just the video stopped doing well, and I didn't really care to finish it. I wasn't really happy with how the latter half of that playthrough went. I think I'd probably try and redo it and get a different ending, and then, like, maybe restart the series, but I'm gonna be honest, don't expect to see the existing one, like, ever get, like, finished. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Dylan, holy shit. Did you see Not Like Us and Like That both got nominated for Song of the Year? Yes, I did. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone gonna hand him a Grammy right now? Where is your uncle at? You want to hear about my bug-filled day? No, dude, bugs make my skin crawl. Usually when they're under my skin. They literally make it crawl. A little birdie told me you're gonna play Stanley Parable. Actually, I told you that through Twitch notifications, you fucking liar. Does anyone know if Tyler's new album got nominated? Nah, it wouldn't. It was released past the eligibility date, so it's probably gonna be in next year's Grammys. You're my little birdie? I am not your little anything. I'm an active threat to your well-being. I gotta know, is this gonna be on YouTube? Maybe at some point. We haven't been doing, like, the chronological... Oh, this video gets streamed this day, then a week later is when it goes up. We've been doing it a little out of order this time, recently. My little well-being threat. Again, nothing little. In comparison to you, bro, you tiny. You're you, I guess? Correct! Correct! You know why I am? Not what I am, you know why I am? Because I think. Have y'all seen that meme where it's like two dudes really high? It's like, dude, I think I am. And then, that's actually some pretty compelling evidence. Rene Descartes? Rene Descartes? Favorite image ever? That's actually pretty solid evidence. I have no mouth and I must scream. I want to play the game adaptation of that. It looks cool. I have no mouth and I must wash. Will you ever play TF2? No. Pretty sure we banned that word in here, actually. Play I have no mouth and I must scream. I think that's like an offline thing, though. Like, that's a thing I want to do, like, just for myself in the dark of my room in the middle of the night with no one else to perceive me. One of those kind of things, you know? I don't want to make content out of it, if I'm being honest. Maybe that'll change, but some things you keep for yourself. Am I playing Class of '09 the flip side? Maybe someday. Who upstanding their parable? Okay, so it's better go watch him then. Bye. Good lord, not feet side? I've weirdly never heard that one before. Do not play flip side? We've had this discussion. We've had this discussion. If I decide to play it, I'm going to. Magnus Archives mentioned. Yep, y'all got autism, I see. I know. Do you have permission to send the entire B-movie script in chat? No, you'll get fucking lasered immediately. Does anyone want to make Trump presidency bingo cards? Not particularly. I try not to tempt fate. Bucket mentioned? What? I'm doing a COD and TF2 crossover RP. I mean this with love in my heart. That might be like the most single-handedly dork-ass sentence I've ever read. I don't even know what y'all are talking about anymore. Go down the well with Bucket. You know, I'm just gonna memory hole this. Don't ask, you'll know eventually. Oh, so this is a spoiler. Thanks, guys. That's fucking awesome. In due time, you'll understand. Yeah, thanks for telling me before I got to find out organically, guys. Great work. Jesus Christ, man. Haven't even booted the game up yet. Am I gonna watch Sonic 3? Yes, I plan to. It's a Homestuck reference? Oh, you're not allowed to do that either. You're not allowed to mention that fucking game. Game? Whatever. You're not allowed to mention Homestuck in here. Thank you for the 250 bits. You should play a game called myhouse.wad. You should make a video on your review of the third Sonic movie. I might. Yo, holy shit. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Dylan. Appreciate it. Why bake a cake when Kwite already has one? Correct! Oh, my house, the Doom mod? Yeah. Myhouse.wad type shit. Chat, hi, welcome to stream, the Waters. Quite play the fucking game or tell me this will be on YouTube. Fucking new gen stream joiners, man. And I've been working my ass off all day writing the video. Then I hop on stream just to get heckled by my greedy audience. Being a YouTuber and streamer is harder than being a Marine. I keep on sending my messages. Before I finish them, I'm tweaking. You don't say. Dude, I'm gonna say it. Being a streamer is harder than being a child laborer in the mines. I'm just saying, being a streamer is harder than being a first responder. Oh my god. Tweak mentioned, like the Smash player? Okay, buddy. Clearly, I have the hardest job in the world. This is without a doubt. too far. I didn't know Twitch chat had hidden social rules like real life. I need an itemized chat, an itemized list. There's probably some about general shit, but like, it's like going into any like social circle. You gotta learn like boundaries and shit, but in like a parasocial way. Have you been to the mines? Weirdly, once. Once when I was on vacation. It was like a fucking weird tour I did as a kid. I mean, you wouldn't last a day in the Marines with all the gay sailors? I thought the Navy were the gay ones. Marines eat crayons. The Navy, everybody is gay. I forgot the rest. Has there been a stereotype developed for the Space Force yet? I think they are all gay, but there's like one that's stereotypically super gay. The Marines are gay? I thought like the whole point, like, they were called crayon eaters because they're like stereotypically dumb. Okay, I need to look up branches of the military stereotypes. Branches of the military stereotypes. Because there's like a predominant one. Like, I feel like everybody talks about. Navy is gay. Marines eat crayons. Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't remember the other ones. The Navy is gay? I was pretty sure. I don't know. The Air Force does nothing? Is that the meme there? Why do Marines eat crayons? It's a way of calling them stupid. From what I've heard from my friends who have been in the military. The Marines like the purple ones. Put Reddit at the end of your search? I mean, I have. It's still, like, not perfect. Marines eat crayons. The Air Force is the chair force because they don't do shit. Yellow flavor. You guys sound like Silica from Sword Online Abridged. Did you guys see that, what wasn't the meme, like, yesterday? The Sword Art Online and real life accounts were, like, the days in canon where the game got cleared, tweeted like it was real. Green crayons restore health? I mean, yeah, that's what anything green IRL and in video game do. I had no idea the Coast Guard was a military force. I mean, it is. Blue ones restore mana, true. Actually, red is usually health, green is stamina, and blue is magicka, or mana, however you describe it. The fuck do they even do? The brown crayons taste like shit. They're actually dense in fiber. Red is an attack buff. It depends if you're like in like doing like a stat heavy game. Like where stat buffs are like a thing. Like stats are in like most every game. But like if like multipliers or like fucking effects and shit. Purple ones are poisoned? Pokemon logic. I guess purple is usually seen as poison, to be fair. Yellow crayons are like TF2 piss jars. Nice. Pink ones make you gay, like Superman Kryptonite. They actually are full of testosterone and steroids. They say they make you gay to, like, try and keep the knowledge secret. Don't fall for it. There's like color changing crayons that like have a chance to have any of like a certain percent chance to have any of the saddest effects. Did you know the United States military tried to make a gay bomb at one point? Yeah, the U.S. military, and by extension, like CIA and all that, there is like a shorter list of things they haven't tried to make. Like, have you ever looked up the amount of ways they tried to kill Castro? They will try anything. List, before we hop into Stanley Parable, I want to put you on this. List of Castro assassination attempts. Okay, CIA assassination attempts on Fidel Castro. Fabian Escalante, former chief of Cuba's intelligence, stated there have been 634 assassination attempts or schemes. The last known one was in 2000. One of those was a chemical involved with comparable effects to LSD sprayed in the air of his room with the goal of making him lose his composure. Sometimes they tried to just shoot him, you know. I think they sent him an exploding cigarette. Okay. Under the U.S. administration's as follows. There were 38 attempts under Eisenhower, 42 under JFK, 72 under Lyndon B. Johnson, 184 under Richard Nixon. Oh my god, dude. He was getting fucking active. Jimmy Carter had 64. No, Jimmy! Ronald Reagan with the fucking layup, 197. H.W. Bush 16, and Clinton even had 21. That's crazy. What did he do? He was a communist during the Cold War. There were also plans to blow up Castro during his visit to Ernest Hemingway's museum in Cuba. They put botulinum toxin in his scuba diving suit and a booby-trapped conch at the bottom of the sea. They got fucking creative, dude. She agreed to aid the CIA and attempted to smuggle a jar of cold cream contacting poison pills into his room. He got busy, man. One time they used thallium to destroy Castro's famous beard. Every time he went abroad. CIA cooperated with Cuban exiles for the more serious attempts. Yeah, they got crazy. They got crazy. Really pulled out everything to kill him, and it didn't work a single time. In the end, I think it was cancer or something. Did he deserve it? Depends who you ask. I feel like the amount of attempts was probably a little excessive. Like, I'm pretty sure they didn't even try half as hard with Hitler. At that point, let the man live. Just 20 should be the limit. Yeah, they really wanted him gone. I'll tell you, they did not like that guy. Not a fan. Really. That's what it comes down to. Developed by Crows. Okay. We're getting started here. Play the game. I really hate you demanding ass first-timers in chat. I really can't stand y'all. So greedy. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Nope. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Yeah, normal's probably fine. Please enter the current time. 9. Sorry, no. Fucking turned our clocks back. Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Begin the game. Let's go. The art of yapping.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Nice. Also, tell me if the audio
Stanley
bouncing's
worked
good.
for a company in a big building.
Oh, shit. No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to skip it. I'm sorry, guys. Huh? Oh, I missed the cutscene. I'm gonna go to the menu and restart that because I want to hear the cutscene.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
Nice.
how long to push them,
Nice.
and in what order.
Nice.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it so,
Have we ever seen Stanley's canonical face?
relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And
Wow,
Stanley
having purpose in life must be
would-
nice.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Ah!
Something that would
Sapiens!
forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Well, that's certainly
No
odd.
one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Aw,
Never in
that's
all
mean.
his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Oh, that sucks,
But as
man.
he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I want to turn down the sensitivity. Can I even do that? Oh, yeah, I can. Definitely turn in the FOV up though, because I get a little nauseous or like tunnel visioned when I like have to play on 60 FPS. Okay, this is good. Actually, no. Can I jump? Sorry guys, I haven't played this game before. I can, but I'm not allowed to. Now certainly this is ah, god damn it, we have a slow ass. Give me a second, fellas, I'm putting it down to 1080. Okay. Okay, now I can move. Jumping's not allowed, man. That's messed up.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm not convinced Stanley's ever met his coworkers. That is the game making that noise, not the keyboard. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. That's fucked up, man. That's messed up. I wanted to do that. I hate Mondays. Schlarfield.
When Stanley came to a
Oh,
set
man.
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, backseater spoilers, you're getting timed out.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
How many lawsuits
Stanley
you think...
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
How many people do you think have been injured falling on, like, this really unnecessary dip? There's no reason. There's no...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
That's correct.
Really
That is what I'm
worth it.
doing. That is correct. That's what I'm doing. That's a picture. That's a picture, not a painting. Lying liar, big fat fucking liar.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his... But at last, he'd had enough
you.
of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yeah, eat my cock and balls.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey man, I'm just going on, like... I'm just going on like an individualist streak. Can't expect a guy to live the same way forever, man.
Look,
Let's
Stanley,
go!
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Who are you talking to?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Correct! The end is never, the end is never. I want to do that...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I want to do the
Stanley
same
decided to go
run,
to the meeting room.
but I want to
Perhaps he had
cross the
simply missed
platform.
memo.
I want to cross the platform.
When Stanley came to a set of
I just
two
didn't
open
do that,
doors,
did I?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
So-called
well.
free thinkers.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
No, I don't think I'm going to do that.
This room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I just really am not. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Actually, is there anything special about taking this detour but not going all the way?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and
I just didn't do that. I just didn't do that. The end is never the
But
end.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Listen, man, it's the first time I haven't been supervised at the door.
From here, it's, left.
No. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go that way. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go that way. Stanley.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, well, that's the way I wanted to go anyway, so I'm glad we're on the same page.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
I don't know,
It's
you probably
clearly-
weren't, because you're not a free thinker
Okay,
like
would
me.
you hold on for a minute, please?
Guys, don't...
No,
Fucking thanks for doing the exact thing I just said not to do. Awesome.
went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yeah,
Don't backseat. Don't spoil. Don't tell me what happens if I do a specific thing. What if... Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Oh, no!
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Don't worry, not
Quick,
my first
Stanley,
time
close
this
your
time
eyes. Okay.
I'm not looking.
Okay. We just have to get
Not
back
looking.
to,
You can tell my eyes are
Who
closed.
am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No!
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
I'm just gonna cover chat
From
with...
the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
I'm
missed
not
a
gonna do
memo.
that. I'm not gonna do that. I got like Luca's video just stuck.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Well, did something change?
I suppose so.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No, I closed
Did
my
you
eyes and
move
everything.
The story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
I mean, just
I know
open the
for
door,
sure
bro.
that it's here somewhere.
You're like omnipotent,
Okay,
ain't you?
then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Well, that's actually quite... I like his new optimism, personally. I like that he's like, you know what? Let's just go with the flow. Hell yeah, brother, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna go through the side door. I'm gonna go through the side door. I love Half-Life 2 looking concrete corridors.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Well, you're just a negative
Do we
little
just-
Nancy, aren't you?
Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! My new object permanence!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, let's find out. Them doors are still open, it looks that... Huh. That, didn't quite go as planned.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah, alright. Not much else to do. Who spilled the coffee? The mug! No! This has made my Monday even worse!
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Alright, narrative progression, let's get it on.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Yep, okay, this got a lot worse really quick.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
This is the set of The Evil Dead.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Vaguely?
Well, do you know what?
Comes in broad strokes.
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Guys, I did it!
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No.
Okay. The frame rate is still really bad for, like, the frame rate's still really bad for having turned down a lot of this shit.
Oh, I don't feel right about this at all.
Well, 2 FPS it is.
Know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
I changed the rules of the game.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
And the door's
I don't
gone.
care what might happen this time, I have to restart.
Well, I was just getting invested in the locale. Huh?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Trademark.
Just follow the line.
Trademark.
How simple is that?
Sure. Fuck it. I feel like I've given this guy a headache. This is a new direction. Guys, do I follow the line? Do I follow the line? Because the line wants me to go in a different path. Fine, we'll do the adventure line. I'll be nice to him this one time.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Yeah, I don't...
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
I'm not sure where you're going with this thing.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music
Question mark.
to lighten the mood.
Made out of question marks. Well, this is certainly uplifting. This sounds like the opening to Loki. How do I know the line doesn't split off behind those pipes where I can't see it? Monthly ledgers, corporate imbalances, consolidation reports. I just want to see what's outside.
Got the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
All right, I'm
Make
taking
sure
notes like
you
a System
study
Shock.
it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Every angle. Every angle. I'm glad I have this on recording. It's like practically having a photographic memory. I wish I could jump so I could see what the inside looked like. You know, he said every detail. Okay, so there's moss at the base. There's one central leaf that has thinner leaves on it. Okay, got it. Did I do my job?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Did we find it right this time? Ah!
No, again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
I'm closing my eyes.
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Wow. It was just getting interesting, man.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
That's a good
We're
point.
Intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
I like it when the narrator
Something
talks to me
exciting,
like a chummy old
daring,
pal
mysterious.
instead of talking down to me.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
There's your sense of
Just
adventure.
me and
There's your
Stanley
gumption,
forging
narrator.
A new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
MHA
Use your
fanfiction.
imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
All right, buddy. It's you and me in this together. Let's get it.
Oh, no, not you again.
Ugh.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay. If I go backwards, will it not show up? Will we be good? If we just don't listen to it, we should be fine, right? As long as we ignore it. Just gotta go back the way we came. Okay, that didn't really go well for us. Are you in the back rooms? No, this is a normal office building. Nothing liminal about it. Significantly more boring. Well, I guess we'll go as far as we can until we see a path that doesn't make the line do something. Damn, this line kind of got curves, you know? Shit. Never seen curves like this on anyone before. Looks like a crime scene, though. And up it goes. Finally, we're rid of the dang thing.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
What if only one
From
door
here,
opens?
The story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
I'm good
which
at following
means that
directions, I
somewhere,
promise.
The place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Well, the confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
Narrator restarts the
You're
game.
telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game
Final line, we can follow
eight
line, final
times?
There is
That's
no
really
longer-
how all this goes?
Get bored and leave. Narrator.
It's all determined?
After the narrator's
So now,
gone, after a
according
long
to the
time,
schedule,
Stanley
I restart
dies.
again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
19
Well,
minutes spent playing
who
the...
consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting.
Alright, I
don't
need the
want
homie to
forget
not
what's
give me
going
a
on.
second-hand
I don't
existential
want to be
crisis.
trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Oh no.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
It just means we did the wiki how wrong.
Whatever it is that made this schedule. How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I'm not too concerned, honestly, man.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait.
Visceral.
You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
Yeah, I hope this ain't the destination.
That's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Oh! They were not happy with his dissension. New noises?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Anything out of the ordinary? No adventure line?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
That is exactly what I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Room closet. I used to spend a lot of time in those.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No. I didn't do that. No.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
I have to know what comes next.
He was crazy.
I have to know what comes
and then
next.
Something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
I don't know, it seems pretty
and
reasonable
as Stanley
to me.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Ah!
Why did
Oh wait, no,
doors
that's normal
close
for me.
automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
No,
Were they
this one's
simply
new.
repeating?
No, this one's new.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
No, it's not.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, I actually am.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
I'm just locked in like
And then
that, man. It's
perhaps
different.
the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Come on, man. We're already
Now
aware
the
of each
voice
other.
was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it
actually
all
heard it.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself.
That'd be the nice way out, yeah.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
My eyes
He
are
felt
closed.
the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
My eyes are closed.
The press of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one.
Did it work?
Let me wake up,
Did it work?
he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Please let me take the blue pill. Please let me take the blue pill.
My job.
I don't want to know it's real.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
The Stanley Matrix.
I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Darn it! Darn it! It didn't work.
Stanley began screaming.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
I've actually had dreams like this where I get like
And
stun locked.
everything went black.
Oh, so it did. I have things like that where I get like stun locked in an endless dream loop, and that is like some of the worst
This is
shit
the
ever.
story of a woman named Mariella.
No, it's not. It's my game.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular
Think of
day,
this, damp
her
breadstick.
walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Well, yep, got
She
rent
had no
to
time
pay,
for this,
bills,
So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
and did not call up an
And then
ambulance.
she turned and ran.
And screamed, presumably. It is never the end. Okay, I'm gonna. I'm at.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it.
Oh.
If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Peeking corners like I'm playing CS:GO, man. Jesus Christ. I don't play CS:GO. You can't even play CS:GO. It's just CS2 now. I'll catch them. Surely.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Noid.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No one's catching me lacking, man. No one. Alright, let's see this one through.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, you got something
Stanley,
smug to
I think
say?
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I don't want it to be about me.
There's
I want it to
someone
be
you've been
by me.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I don't have a wife, bro.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh, no.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Actually, I don't have to do
If you
that.
can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay, he sounds really sad. I'm emotionally vulnerable, okay? Oh, I'm in a hotel
Stanley, is
room.
that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I did it because you
wanna
sounded
commit their life
sad.
to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Damn, that was fucking he said talk to the wall. This is literally the meme of like the fucking... Dang.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Bro, won't even let me get in my bed and get time on my phone. Good morning, employee 427. Press K on your keyboard. I'm not gonna do that. 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 No. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna press every key except for K. Oops. Fine.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him. And
Yeah, but I
every
do have a
button that he
fucking
pushes
annoying-ass
is a
narrator
reminder
in my
of the
ear all the goddamn
inconsequential
time.
nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Actually, no, I'm
Now
not.
he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Fuck you. There was no choice at all. It was all an illusion.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
The one place I'm
From
safe?
behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Please break in to spend time with the boys. Okay, it's canonically in Britain.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press O to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Wait, I'm not a baby! Please press O to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy. And so in his head, he relived it again. And then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I love how she got vagina divots, dude.
But there is no,
No
answer.
answer.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press Y to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him
this.
That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
You know, that's a good lesson, guys. I'm gonna go outside. Stream's over. I'm kidding. This is my way of telling you this is an ad break. Oh, freak. Come back. Yeah, give me a minute here. Come on, listen up, what you gotta lose. You gotta live with me. What's happening for him? What's happening for him? What's happening for him? What's happening for him? Back to it.
But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
We can hear you, Kwite. I don't care. I mean, he said not to do it. I'll listen to him for once. I'm not going to work, bro. I'd rather sit in this room and die. Thank you for the sub, Cosmic Lemon. Appreciate it. Stanley. Stanley. Steamer. Stanley Steamer. Push V, doofus. You guys are so mean to me.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
That's what you do by being alive, silly.
How can I make him look at himself?
Mirror. Press T to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
I didn't this time, though.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a
Please
button.
die.
And I tried.
Please die, this motherfucker said. Could the game be held legally accountable if that worked on someone?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The narrator's just silly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I do the route where I pull the plug out the phone? Alright. I'll do this your way,
Yet there
narrator.
was not
At
a
least
single
once.
person here either.
At least once. I'll
Feeling
do it your
a
way.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, no spoilers. I'm just gonna do what he says, alright?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This looks different than I expected. Executive bathroom, I like that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not
Something
have known
espionage
was
related?
that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
I'm really smart.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by
simply pushing random buttons, fuck you, dude.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I'm good at this. Now, should I have gone the other way, seen what was there? Stanley Parable virginity is a thing? Well, I haven't played it before.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as
Like
though
I've
he
done this
felt more
before.
free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I work
Why
for the
did he
SCP
feel this
Foundation.
now, when
All
for
we're missing
years
is the C
it had
between the
never
S&P
occurred to
and
him?
Stanley Parable.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
What if I just went back up?
Stanley walked straight
Mind
ahead to
control
the large
facility?
door that read Mind Control Facility.
Fine, I'll do it your way. Just the one time. Went for the one time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh, that's where I
What
was last
horrible
time.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. Pressing the W key to walk forward is not the hardest thing in the world, I'm gonna be honest.
Now the monitors jumped.
Fired?
Their true nature revealed.
You're fired.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
This place crazy, low-key.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Yeah, I
was
guess.
this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That
Yeah, I
his
guess.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
What we got
No.
here?
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own
Pirate!
life
Pirate!
in someone else's control? Never. It was
Couldn't be
unthinkable.
me. Just couldn't
Wasn't
be me.
it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Very possible.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded
Well, at
from
least
this
somebody's taking
very
care of me.
place.
That's like a nice
And as
thought.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Can I just walk directly
For
into the
he
torment
would
nexus?
dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, alright. Faculty power? Mind control, idle, awaiting input. Okay, what if I, like, just took the power for myself and then just became, like, God Emperor of this reality?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Okay, guys. Guys. Do we follow his instructions? Do we do what he says? Yeah, I said I'd do one run. Will I do what the narrator says?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Did I win?
Yes. He had won.
Yeah!
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries
Guys,
did
I
this
beat the
strange
Stanley
building
Parable.
hold?
It's over.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Is it?
Stanley felt the cool breeze
Oh,
upon
it's
his
pretty.
skin,
It's real.
the feeling of
The outdoors.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things
Think of the
were
sub
meant
jelly,
to
Teddy.
happen.
Appreciate it.
And Stanley was happy.
See, you get the happy ending when you do exactly as you're told all the time. Touched grass, any percent? Alright, let's unplug that fucking phone.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought.
Oh.
How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Thank you for the sub, Fallen Sky. This ain't right. This isn't right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, no.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
We speedrunning this
Perhaps he
shit.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5
Why every
years
time?
ago.
I want to unplug the phone.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
Wait,
wrong foot.
I have an idea.
I'm not your enemy. Really,
have an
I'm
idea.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
More.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Ah, I've seen how that way
I don't know
goes.
how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Suck a dick, bro.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
In a previous life, I already did. To be or
Now
not
listen
to
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Chat, how far have we come? The red door? Do I look like a Republican to you? That's a dead-ass end! The red pill, the blue pill. Take the blue pill. Ugh. The purple door. What if I just, like, left No. Ugh. Take both pills over dose? Yeah, I'm gonna do blue. I can do both.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Eat my shit.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map.
Well, then you're just
because you were
lazy,
never
bro.
supposed
God
to
built
be
the
here
world
in
in 7
first
days.
place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
I mean, game
And in
devs
the
are
end, it was
lazy and
all
deserve
for
to be
nothing,
paid
because
starvation
this is
wages.
what you
That's a joke, that's a joke, that's a joke!
wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what.
You can play this with a
let me take
mouse.
stab in the dark.
You can play
at
as
a new
just a mouse.
design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Do I trust him? Ceiling light, ceiling light. Less liberal pathogens. Orange! I love the color orange!
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
Good
Would
work.
you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices?
Yes.
Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something.
I really enjoyed
Where
that.
do these flashes of inspiration come from?
Me,
How did
motherfucker!
I know the game needed a third door.
'Cause I indicated to you.
It's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
You only made the decision because I
Here,
fought
based on
against
the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Are these real? These look like they could be. They look like they could be real profile pictures. Oh, and I'm gonna be at the very bottom, aren't I? Stanley 427 is online. This is you. Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. I hear those Gmod footsteps. I know I can do this. I know I can do this. Yep. Nope, I've been bamboozled. Yep, I have been entrapped. Ich. I soft locked myself? Is that... that's the thing, you'll never know if you broke the game because it's so obtuse. Free me! Free me! He soft... Dude, how do you soft lock the Stanley Parable? That's not intentional? Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's so funny. Guys, I got kidnapped. Let me in! Free me! Free me! This is an actual... I actually broke it? The soft-locked ending, dude. That's crazy. Okay, is this actually a soft lock, or are you guys just... This isn't the game? That's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Does it happen every time
this
you
was
do that?
uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Damn.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
That's inside. I
Perhaps he
didn't know
wanted
that
to
was
stop
possible.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
New ending. New ending, I guess.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I go for the red ending or try and replicate that blue one?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I'll go red. I'll go red.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What? Really?
Yes.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
More or less.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Well, consider what happened last
I
time.
don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
Not yet,
the
but I'm
problem is
gonna
all
see where
these
this goes.
choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
So you said in a past
I
life.
wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Okay.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Is it just the one way? Well, all right.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
And with this After Effects, like, dot simulation? It is pretty, I'll give it. It is pretty, I'll let you, I'll tell you that. Alright, I've had enough.
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
I've had enough.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh, this is what the trigger warning in chat was. Listen, guys, it won't be the first time this stream. Just this one's an accident.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I am. I'm doing tricks on it. Boom!
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now,
Bro, I just hit a 1080,
please
like
get back
360,
to the other
one way, the
room.
other way. No, I can't.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Not an option. I literally Sonic the Hedgehog. I won't stop.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Dude, my knees are apparently made of steel, so I'll be good.
No. No, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Make the thing not boring that you're trying to convince me of.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Steel still breaks, maybe.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? And you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
This is like the reverse of the fucking, like, if you leave me, you'll kill yourself toxic thing. It's like, wow, you hate me so much, you.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
Oh, you walk up the stairs slower each
I just
time.
wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
That only works if you haven't played any of the
like
other
you wanted to
endings
make
where
a
you just
choice
jerk me
after all.
around.
Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content!
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Here we go. This is deluxe stuff. Should I do the other stuff before I do deluxe stuff? Should I like, does that really affect the experience if you do it out of release order? Keep going. Up to you, they don't connect much. I think I'd want to milk the base game first before I do all that. Because, like, my thought is, what if I get two videos out of
Stanley
this?
thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Deluxe has spoilers for the OG game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to
Okay,
the
I'm gonna do
meeting
blue
room,
ending.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
We did blue already?
Perhaps
I
he
thought we
wanted
got
to stop
soft
by
locked.
the employee lounge first, just to admire
Did we do the blue, like the full blue ending,
here
or
it
did we get
was,
soft locked when there was
the
more?
lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'm just gonna do the unplug the phone ending real
Look,
quick.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I miss sad
There's
narrator
someone
that you
you've
just
been
liked in Weak and
neglecting,
Pathetic, huh?
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking, this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
I'm going
put
to
your
dog
work
walk you, little
aside,
man.
To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You
Left
actually
click.
chose incorrectly? I didn't even know
Just
that
farted.
was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music
good.
comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
I know better.
Not
I
picking
know
up the phone
better.
is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None
played-
of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you...
I'm trying to
Wait
like
a second.
360 this
Did
camera.
I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
You goddamn
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
Well, that's the
Or did
issue.
you
I'm a
not
real
grasp
person, so I know
the
that don't
severity of the
exist.
situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch.
I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Ooh, I love when we get to watch videos in
Choice.
class.
It's the best part of being a real person.
That thing
But
that I
if
am.
used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example,
Making a
in this
nuke.
scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make?
Forget how to
Remember
read.
that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
Unfortunately,
Allow the
not the
person to
case.
finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, it's 4:30.
Excellent.
I'm supposed to be
Making
having a back
choices on
sack
a
and
regular
crack.
basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
Well, the question
and the
wasn't
feeling
about
should subside.
the entirety of the
At
universe.
this time,
It was
your
about the
instructor
world.
will guide you in an exercise to test and
I can think of a few
reinforce the
things.
material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have
What the
noticed
hell
that
happened?
this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
In I go.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful,
Ah, I
we
can't
have
leave!
you
I'm not
jumping
allowed
off
to
the
leave!
platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
So, like, what if I just, like, died, like, right now? Ugh. You can't hop the gate? No, jumping is turned off even though there's a key for it. My goodness, it's 4:30. I'm supposed to have a back, sack, and crack.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once
Bro got
again,
baby
and you'll
gated.
be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do
Why
that.
did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I'm not gonna do that. 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 Well, I guess I go left this time.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story...
It's okay.
You've destroyed
He's a
my
slick.
work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone?
Funny.
Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge.
I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live
Not
that way.
cost efficient.
Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer?
Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens, man. Don't be so stuck up.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
I have to.
No. No. No, it's not up to you no more. Yeah, it didn't work so well, did it?
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you.
Feels like I'm playing Dead Space
who
now.
thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Should have trapped me
It
inside
was
of
the
it.
only thing in the world that was
Kyle,
mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Yes.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Yeah, I didn't really
He
care.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason
No, don't
for
say
it.
you can't say damn. That's a swear
That
word.
thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I was a child the first time I saw someone play this game.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Get bent, nerd.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I am going around this liberal. Open up! Open up!
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Am I just like... is it just pointless to keep going to the right, or is it like on purpose? Like, am I just constantly breaking the game? I'm not gonna do that. 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 I'm not gonna do that.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
It's on
Behave
purpose.
exactly as
Pointless.
Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his...
Wait, I know exactly where your vocal stems are coming from. The funny thing is, the video you're getting that vocal stem from, that's my friend. Like, I know him. So whenever I, like, see him on my fucking For You page or hear his voice on an animatic, it scares the shit out of me. Like, dude. Like, I know the... That's Luca Big Pants.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase,
Oh,
Stanley walked
they
upstairs
took away the
to his
downstairs
boss's
option.
office.
And it's not an executive bathroom anymore. It really is breaking down. And the room was not green last time.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
That's a weird
Shocked,
picture.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it.
Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability,
It's quite, you
he
guys,
knew
it's
the
this color
passcode.
palette of me.
He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115? That didn't work. Ugh. Do I need to have a microphone turned on? Nope.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I have no mouth! I have no mouth!
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
You know, we have never seen Stanley's mouth.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know.
I am the most
you could have gone
expensive
through the
boss.
door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Did it work?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ah! Ah!
Stanley?
Ah!
Hello?
Ah!
Is everything okay?
No, he's worried about him.
Please, I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
Was this a deluxe ending?
Is everything all right?
Was this a deluxe
Stanley, this is
ending?
important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
Aw,
it cannot exist
sad.
without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
He's making me sad!
Choose. Do something. Anything.
Oh,
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
I need
The
this.
story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
No, I'm up here.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
Oh,
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
sorry, Leroy.
All right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Huh. Valve. Sorry, Leroy. Well, again we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Alright, I'm gonna do the
simply
blue
missed a
door
memo.
ending this time. Actually, no, I'm gonna do the, turn the mind
When
control
Stanley
machine
came
on
to
ending.
a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm not doing new content because I
Yet
want to
there
do
was
the
not
deluxe stuff at
single
a different
person here
stream.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, finally, the executive bathroom's back.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered
Did I
aloud
get the wrong order?
to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned
place
it
is
an
so nice.
extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random
Oh,
buttons
I do the wrong order.
Stanley happened to input the correct
Going
code.
back. See, I did ask Insomnia. I did ask this time. I did ask
He
this time.
stepped
I was just
into
trying
the
to skip the
newly
dialogue.
opened passageway.
Oh. All good, all good. Can I just, like, go back upstairs or some shit? It'd be so funny. Can I just go back upstairs? Bye!
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I just wanted to see if that would do anything. I don't... Well, something changed. I think.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Yeah, is this like spoilers for, deluxe stuff? Because I don't want to do it until I do the... Okay.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this? Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'll do escape next run. What if you keep going up and down? It would be pretty funny.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Escape is spoilers for everything else in the base game.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
Do escape last.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
He is exploding. This is awesome.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Here we go.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Potentially.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Is this the Truman
Happy
Show? In a
or
way.
sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Pretty sure I
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go
There's
and
a
you
big
try
fucking
to take
button. I
control
wanna
of the
push
machine
it.
for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave.
Been there, done that.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Awesome.
In the
That sounds
event that
awesome.
this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
And hopefully the city
How
it's
long
based
until
in.
detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you.
Oh, the gate's open.
About me. Where we're going. What all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Why'd you
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you,
damn it.
it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm
Did
sure
I do something
whatever I
right? The
come
door
up
was
with on
open.
the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Thanks.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Taking a chance on
Or
this
did
one.
you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something
he's
here
fucking
will save me.
Dick.
Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley,
Executing button.
you're
hint.
in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Damn.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then
nothing.
No
Frick.
end here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
No, the music is
Another
energizing me.
choice. Make it.
The music is energizing me.
It's all the same to me, all a part of
There's gotta be an answer.
I will be laughing at every
There's
second
gotta be a way
of
out!
miserable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Ow. Well,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Well-
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
that was certainly something. New content, not yet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Was
entered
there
the
was
door
there
on
like a
his
way
left.
to like do something in that moment? Those desks look interesting. They're like stim boards. Was there a way to like actually beat that bit, or is it just like that's the entire ending? Okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
No, I'm gonna
first,
do the blue
just to
door ending this
admire
time.
it.
I'm gonna do the blue door ending this time. I'm
It
curious.
was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Did I complete the restart ending, by the way, or did I, like,
Stanley was so bad
block
at
that
following
by the end?
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
That's where the
There's
confusion
someone
ending
you've been
ends.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What? Really?
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that
These people
convinced that
coming
I want
together
something
when they're
bad to
rated
happen to
carnally?
you?
Yeah,
Why?
you would.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to
Don't
show
care.
you something
Don't care.
beautiful.
Already did the red door.
Let me prove it.
Already
Let
did
me
the red door.
prove that
Already
I'm
did the
on
red door.
your
Open up,
side.
open up, open up,
Give
open
me
up.
a chance.
Open up,
Now
open up,
listen
open up,
carefully,
open
this
up,
is
open up,
important.
open up, open up.
Stanley walked through the red door.
No,
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
no.
Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's
Cool.
nothing here. I haven't even finished
The
building
restart
this
ending
section of
is
the
done?
map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically
Is this made
for
in source?
you?
Because it feels like
Do
the
not
same
think I put a lot
footsteps.
of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange
Yeah,
and
we've been here before.
unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already
Orange!
feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew
good
I
at this,
was onto
narrator.
something.
You should do this
Where
more.
do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Not
You
even
can't teach
thinking?
that, Stanley.
I guess not.
Don't even try.
Your message came through after it
Here,
already pushed the
based on
button
the
and
data
saw me.
from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay, if I go through the orange, will it soft lock again? If I go through the orange, will it soft lock again? Probably. I don't think so. Well, let's give it a shot. Okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
Your
honest
soft
answers,
lock was a
please.
fluke? That's crazy. It's still crazy that it happened.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity
Give me a
to
gun.
give it some
Give me a
playtesting.
gun.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I want a gun.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards the danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'll be damned if you think I'm gonna push another white baby to the right. Enough of that in this country.
You heartless bastard.
No shit.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
No, it was politically
Because if
motivated.
it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Ooh, who rated? Who rated? Did we get a raid? I'm sorry I missed it. Thank you for the raid, Right, so appreciate it. I hope you had a good stream. This is my first time playing this game, and I'm just doing the base stuff. And I'm probably gonna do the deluxe some other day.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
This game is peak. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far.
Fascinating.
Fucking Firewatch! Fucking Firewatch!
What is our motivation? But it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
I don't know what the fuck I thought I was expecting. I don't know what I thought I was expecting, dude.
That must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this
Even
game,
the picture,
Stanley.
dude.
And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
In the Minecraft door sound, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. This is so stupid. I love this game. It used to be Minecraft and Portal.
No, it can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh, god damn it.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
It got changed from
You wandered off
Minecraft.
into that,
I gotta look that up.
thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
Jonesy Lake?
Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
I gotta see that
I'm
original.
going to get
That's
us
so
out of
funny.
here. Let's find another game.
Okay?
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think.
Okay,
this
what's next?
will be
What's next?
just
Do not
the thing.
spoil what's next, dude. Just Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here.
Watch
now,
me.
This
like feels
is
like
game
playing in a
design.
VR chat world.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Like, it genuinely feels like walking around a VR
Okay,
chat
so what
world.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Oh, shut up, you
Stanley,
dork.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh! Oh! Oh, you get so much faster? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah! Yeah! Now this is gaming! Now this is gaming! Get in that bitch!
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Yes!
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
I could see myself
Stanley, I
playing
have a
this for
thought.
years at a time
And I
with a
realize I'm not
microtransaction system.
sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it
Multiple
out.
balls.
Here comes another ball.
Oh, balls, two of them right next to
Yes.
each other. All
Oh,
it needs is a
goodness,
sausage.
That really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more.
The speed! He doesn't understand. I'm actually enjoying myself. Bro, you don't understand. You are doing exactly what I want. Yeah! It's like being in a ball pit. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. This is actually peak. This is literally FNAF into the pit. Can I put my balls in your
Are you
dough?
enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real
Yeah,
video
like that
game?
Stanley
Well,
Parable
I sure
crap.
hope you're... Hold on. What are you doing?
I got lost. Ow.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh,
How will you
shit.
write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Sorry. My bad? No flashlights. Oops. Huh? What the hell? Welp. I'm in the original Half-Life mod? Yo, wait! This is so sick! What the fuck? That's dope! That's right, it did start as a Half-Life mod. Fell into the original game is crazy. Computer. This guy has made this game like 7 different times. Ah, here we are. What's on the computers? The key I'm supposed to press.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
I was elated.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
No, I feel like that went pretty well.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
All right, Springtrap.
Very soon. I can wait.
Damn. That was sick. That was really fun.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Dude, I gotta be honest, that was probably my favorite one so far. How many more endings of the base game do we have? How many more endings of the base game do we have? Insomni, be my seeing eye dog. A lot in the base game? You have 1 left, but it's 4 hours. All right, I'm not gonna do all of them, but I'm gonna run an ad break, and then we'll come back and do like at least a few of them. Okay, beep or beep. I'm actually just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna make y'all sit through an ad break. I get to go on Wordscapes. This is gonna be freaking awesome. I don't think any piss girl. No, I'm not even going to piss. I'm just staying here. I'm just chilling out here. What, I heard you fart? Yeah, it wasn't exactly a secret. You didn't warn us? When have I ever warned you? It was a really big one. I'm aware it left my butthole. What Wordscapes level am I on? Let me check. Let me check what Wordscapes level I'm on. Level 14,300. Ooh. Alright guys, don't tell me what comes from it, but tell me some shit to do. Tell me some things I haven't done yet. Those desks look interesting. Oh! Huh. Huh. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a thing. Pencil sharpener. The phone that my fake wife calls me on. Any other? Oh, there's one more. Input received. You haven't got it on a desk? I'm just checking all of them. I'll do broom closet after this. Okay, maybe I can finagle this. You can climb on to some of the desks. Oh! 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 Ah!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Squidward?
Why don't we take a minute just to drink
Drew's
it all
full
in?
little alchemist little area?
Okay,
Alphonse
I'm over it
is
now.
trapped
What do
here.
you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What
Truth
if the
from
other
FMA
option is
inspired my
even
little
longer?
cryptid. Insomni, I always knew you were based in my heart of hearts. I always knew
How long
it.
will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected Continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones.
Thanks.
Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Well. He's such a yapper, I'm giggling and kicking my feet. The void. Well. Cheers, mate.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
What's the door? Click door 435 times?
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
What, you want to start cooking
Perhaps
clean this
50
shit?
clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Dude, I got a trigger finger from my COD days, alright? You ain't, this ain't shit to me. This ain't shit to me. I was playing cuckolding.
I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay. 417, 420.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
On it, boss. On it, boss. I'm on it. 437. Oh.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
On it. On it. On it. This is like playing Overcooked. I'm being so serious.
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. Is it taboo to use that as a meme anymore? Yeah, whatever.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay. He's really good at this positive reinforcement thing.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Employee 419.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
On it. I won't let you down. Did I pass 416? I think I did. 416, 416, 425, 420. Can I not physically get to 416? You have to go in new content, just don't go all the way. Excuse me. Excuse me.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Let's go! Let's go! He's so into it, bro. He's putting his pussy in his voice work.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it!
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back.
Let's go!
I'm very proud
Let's go!
of how far
Thank you,
we've
man.
come today.
It means a lot to hear
Just
that
think,
from you.
Only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
I was looking at the Steam page. That's so fucking stupid. Alright, any other endings I can do before a reset? Because I'm interested in this input one. Input received computers takes multiple endings. Broom closet? Where's the broom closet? I'm blanking. You can still click the input computer? I already did. Yeah, like I already did. On the way to the boss's office, go through the left door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
411.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Broom closet time,
Feeling
fellas.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
It's home
reason
sweet home to
still
me,
be
buddy,
here.
alright? It's home sweet home to me. Spent half of my life in the closet, alright?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fuck all! For affinity.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Broom. Broom, my beloved. Broom.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Yeah, well, this shit means something to me, man.
To mention it.
What's up, baby? How you doing? How you doing?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
It's got dialogue, don't
Maybe
it?
when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Is that... Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay, this has been worth it. This has been worth it.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
That is what happened.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Many such cases.
It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No. I'm not gonna do that. 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 I'm not gonna do that.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Trust.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish?
Fungus?
Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving! I'm not fish! 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 I just like hugging the walls in games and then spinning around. Reset and head back after the reset. Okay. Huh?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Well, this is
what could it mean?
Different.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There was another ending he could have gotten. The papers are unrelated.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, did I ruin the input ending too? Did I ruin the input ending? It should be fine. You need to get the Minecraft ending. We already got the deluxe equivalent of that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to... Oh, no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Did you get the broom closet ending? Bit's over. We already did the bit. You guys aren't even including the XD. And your text isn't purple, so you're just pale imitators. Literally pale compared to the colorfulness of how he said it. You don't even have the dignity to make your name on Twitch purple, which is a thing you can choose to do. You're all pale imitations, facsimiles of the real thing. Facades you put on to get away with the fact that you'll never be what you look up to. Jesus. Fucking pathetic. You're fucking pathetic. I'm pink. No, you have to be pink. You can't be purple. But if I don't like purple, then you'll never be... Ethereal Stardom actually has the closest thing to the color of the text. Insomnia, you're actually green. You're me-colored green. So is there anything else to do here? See, at least this person had the fucking commitment to say XD. Okay, and so the next input is in
Coming to
the
a
boss's
staircase,
room?
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Go to the boss's office for a week. Cool. Is there like any like meaningful endings I can do between resets, or should we just reset until we do all the inputs?
The moment...
Owned that fool. Owned that fraud. Owned that fraud. Did another door open? Window again? To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Extreme bathrooms. Time magazine. Let's go. And then do I just farted. Bathroom. Bathroom. How did people even find this shit to begin with? Like, seriously, how do you, like, figure this out? What the fuck did bro eat before streaming? I had buffalo mac and cheese, if that explains it. I'm not doing the... I don't want to do the mind control escape thing until, like, I do the major ones. Or until I do a few of these. Ooh. 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 Huh? You are now leaving. Please... Escape pod bay, floor 760. Am I gonna get every ending this stream? Probably not every ending. I want to do the input ending. Isn't there around 30 endings? Probably, but I think some of them are just minor variations. What floor? We have to go to 760. One more, baby. One more. Just gets darker and harder to see each floor. Escape pod launch bay. 3. Escapapod. Hello, escape pod. It's nice to meet you. I'm Kwite. I'm a Mormon. Was that you escaped? Nice.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
It was awaiting input? Oh, I already did it. Explore your office? Should I restart and just explore my office a bit?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Awaiting input!
What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No.
Saddam Hussein
This
hiding
couldn't
spot.
go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
Did I ever?
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do.
Clock.
Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Nope, there it was. Input received. Oh! Welcome, Stanley, to heaven! It's like a color-swapped palette of, like, that room the narrator wanted to stay in forever. Button! Button, it's a stim room! Oh, dude, I could be here all day. Oh! This is fucking awesome! Do only a certain amount stay off at a time? Is there anything else to do here? Because this could be the rest of the stream, feasibly. Buttons. Let's just stay. Alright, back to it. Alright.
All of his co-workers...
Should I do the escape ending?
No,
Should I do the escape
this
ending?
isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
There's one more ending before escape, but it takes 4 hours to complete. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Can I just do escape and get spoiled? I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't want to do a 4-hour ending. Do the window ending and press yes? I'm sorry, I just am not interested enough.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did you bother other window option? No, I'm not going to.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, that's really funny.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
He
upstairs.
really does
to his
not want
boss's
anyone
office.
else using that shit.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered.
4285?
Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the
2845.
boss's desk. But
Just
alas,
calculate 'em, man.
no code. For this keypad guarded the Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Hey man, we've been here like
That
4
kind of
times.
Anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Open the goddamn door. Damn, punishes you for speedrunning, man.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. Fucking jab at speedrunners. That is funny, I'll give it that. Woo! Woo! Ugh. Fucking eye booger.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I believe you. Wouldn't be the first time.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Here I go. Giggity giggity goo. Giggity. Dead space. Ouch.
As the
Oh,
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected
simply
that
strong
his
enough
life
to
had
hold
been
these
of
things
no
at bay.
consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so
That's
he
gruesome.
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
bye, narrator. It was fun. Couldn't be me. Told you.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Bye. You got gender bent? The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator
The
think he was going
Curator?
to accomplish?
Ooh, that's a tough name. That's a cool name.
When every path you can walk
This
has
is like
been
the ending of
created for
Modern
you
Warfare
long in
2.
advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. It has been moved and altered to make the player reaches the 2 doors in good time. Office layout. The blueprint shows in the office. I'm not reading all that. No way. Prototype doors? Single-digit doors? A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Credits? Hell yeah. I love the idea of this, like... Office computers. Filing cabinets? Fun. Buttons. Buttons. The office. The American or the British version? Or the new Australian version? I'm gonna check out the other side before I go upstairs. Bum 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 ba da 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 dun 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 da 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 da. Damn, this is like a really extensive museum. That's cool.
Level design.
Underground, the lounge.
Pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design.
Narration outtakes.
But of course, you being
recorded
you,
dialogue
you'll
for
probably
the
spend
entire
next
game
hour
3
trying to
separate
solve
times
it.
over 2 years.
Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
This is cool. This is cool. Well, yeah, it's a goddamn museum. Well, I'm just appreciating how it was crafted. All right, is that it? Man, what was this? Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Zending levers. The game is now paused. Trailers. 4 major teasers, the first one in May 2012. Cool. Meeting room, 1 option, 2 options, 3. The flow of hallways following the first 2 doors is important. We discussed a number of designs. Neat. This had to have been a really fun... In a previous version of the choice, a timer gives you 15 seconds to pick up. And not picking up would get you a different ending. The cargo lift. The choice of staying on or jumping. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player dying. Cool. There's so much, like, neat little, like, trivia in here. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office. Neat. This, oh my god, you're right. This game predicted the yellow paint discourse years ahead of time. A decade ahead of time, essentially. Did I come this way? Can't remember. I don't think so. Oh wait, no, I did. Alright, exit time.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Bye.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
I saved them, guys. I did it. I saved the day. I saved the day. And if you watch this on YouTube, you missed out on a lot of the shit we were doing. Y'all missed out on a lot of the stuff we were doing. And like, a lot of these endings are probably going to come up later. When we do a sequel stream and play the deluxe content. And play the deluxe content. Ugh. Alright, fellas. I'm going to run an ad break, find someone to raid. It's getting pretty late. I started stream a little later than I would have liked to, but I got, as usual, I have work to do after streams when usually this is when I'd like cap it out. But yeah, I'm gonna run an ad break, find someone to raid, and I definitely want to stream the deluxe content. This was really fun. This was really fun. I'll catch y'all. Bum 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 ba da 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 dun 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 da 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 da. Thank you for the sub, Dylan. Appreciate it. That's it. I am eating more buffalo mac and cheese. It was good, but I think I knew what it was going to do to my stomach before I ate it. I just, like, didn't care enough. I should raid. Ooh. Just live. Ooh, Joel is playing Cobblemon. I'm gonna raid him. All right. When we get on this raid shit, I expect all y'all to be there. Understand? That's a really fun game. I'm glad I got to revisit it after all these years with fresh eyes because I didn't really catch up on it back in the day. Anyways, everybody get in the raid. Everybody get in the raid. Otherwise, you hate women, or something or other. Whichever one makes you feel most guilty and therefore more likely to join the raid itself. And that's on moms. All right, I'll catch y'all.
Listen, I don't know why you always yell at me for this. I wasn't the one that did that.
It's because you're always the one online and the others aren't here.
I was gonna say